Alrighty.
Yeah, you gotta lean forward like so that.
I don't want to Come on. Come on.
Focus. Do a thing.
Come on.
You should do an outtakes of just getting into focus.
Alright.
It hates me. I'm
Autofocus is good. Alright, we just got out of Doctor Strange. It was average, normal,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
all
It was
sorts
good.
of things that we've seen before.
This movie made Inception its
Nothing
bitch.
that we've seen before.
I was being ironic. Or sarcastic, whatever the term you want to use.
I'm still fuzzy.
You know what?
It's not getting the best side of me.
You know what this movie was? This was a Phase 1 Marvel movie, like Iron Man and Thor. Just, way late in the game. Okay, seriously, you're blocking Chris.
He's not important. He's not part of the show. I am.
Well, he's part of the show right now.
Yes, I did cut your light out on you.
Revenge! Oh, God, no.
I can play that game too.
Okay, so, I liked it.
Yeah,
It was good.
It was very good.
I don't think I liked it as much as, Ant-Man, which is weird, because I think this is actually better than Ant-Man, but, I had more fun at Ant-Man.
I liked him about the same.
I don't know,
I think I'm getting too used to Marvel movies because, in addition to them all having the same basic layout, it's not they're becoming less enjoyable. They're just
less surprising.
I guess. The thing with Marvel movies is for me anyway, they're all about the spectacle. With the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy, you see it once, that's it. You don't need to see it again.
Yeah,
ever.
that's a definite problem with a lot of the Marvel movies. I've never felt the need to go back and watch almost any of them.
The only ones.
Yeah, if you want to save gas, go ahead.
No, but I don't want the lights to kill.
They
my
don't
battery.
go off.
They won't.
Yeah,
Lights
if they stay
are-
on, they'll kill my battery.
Not for
not enough to
not for the
matter.
amount of time that we'll be here.
If it kills my battery, you fuckers are paying for it.
Well, we'll probably just
We'll
get a
just
jump.
get the guy beside to jump in and you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, but anyway, so
But with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy, they're just they're
I'm glad I
one-time
saw
movies.
this. There was a lot of neat things that I'm glad I witnessed.
Yeah.
Like the Inception on steroids shit.
Yeah, it was a cool film.
There's a lot of reality bending, which is all very interesting to watch and kind of headache-inducing.
Yes, Momo.
It is Momo. I did not like Doctor Strange as a character, and I'm not really supposed to for most of the movie.
Somehow I completely forgot. He's a massive fucking narcissist.
I mean, you're supposed, you can kind of feel for the guy when his hands get wrecked. He's a, world famous brain surgeon.
Look, you don't use your cell phone while driving. It's a very simple rule. People should know.
But I mean, that's the trope that they're pulling on is the
Hubris.
yeah, he's
As far as I'm concerned, he deserved it.
and the Ancient One kept talking about how he had the ego,
And,
so
they didn't have a lot of time to give him that, ego on screen, so they kind of had to overplay their hand. Because pretty quickly this movie is just all right, training montage. Not with, the montage music, but a bunch of training scenes.
The thrill of the fight.
That actually would have been funny as hell. They actually had him, do this thing, just twice in the movie where he's got, a photographic memory of songs. And they never really played with that. Apart from those two scenes.
Oh, yeah,
I think it was to make him more human. It was to be oh, look.
Really? I thought it was to make him even more insufferable.
No, because so instead of speaking some sort of medical gobbledygook, he was oh, I remember these songs from the 70s and 80s, and so it's kind of remember what side it is. So it's kind of oh sure, I remember everything, but it's kind of remembering the score of every Mets game. It's something.
Neat.
It's something. It's something completely trivial, but also an interest. It's not useful information.
No.
It's he remember. So it shows oh, he can remember everything, but at the same time he can remember things like music. So that's what I believe that purpose was.
Tilda Swinton was good.
Yeah, I liked her.
I'd actually say that the core cast of actors was quite good. Even the bad guy. Normally the bad guys feel like just a complete waste.
Apparently he's a huge deal in Norway.
That guy?
No, not in Norway. Denmark.
I've seen him in the other stuff.
I've
He's
definitely
pretty good.
seen him before. Like, Marvel has the thing where the villains are unimportant because the whole movie is about the hero's internal struggle.
Except Loki.
Except Loki, because Thor doesn't have an... Well, no, Thor still has an internal struggle.
I'd watch a movie about Loki.
I would watch a movie about Loki, too. But that's, you know...
Well, also, Loki became so popular because of the fans, honestly.
But
It's not like it was undeserved.
Well, no, I mean, Tom Hiddleston's performance definitely warranted it, but it's like,
so
the fan reactions really
So
propelled
Doctor
it.
Strange.
Yeah.
So other than, like, I guess I do have a bit of a complaint about
I'm so nonplussed by this movie.
no one. So they're in the middle of Nepal, and no one was Indian except for the guy at the very beginning who gets murdered by the villain, and so I guess. So I'm gonna.
Spoiler alert, the villain murders somebody.
It's within the first 30 seconds.
Gets his
The
head cut
first
off.
30 seconds of the damn film. So anyway, but like I said, he was in the middle of Nepal, and like 90%, 95% of all the crowds that he walks through as he's journeying through the city in order to find this ancient hidden temple, everyone is Indian. And then he gets in, like when
He gets inside the place, there's
No.
not a single Indian
the,
person.
the guys who rough him up in the street, they're not even Indian. They look like they're straight out of the Bronx. It's like a white guy, and then
They
like,
spoke English like it, too.
well, I mean, people in India speak English.
Yeah, there's a whitewashing aspect to the
Well,
origin of
not-
Doctor Strange that is almost impossible to get rid of.
I mean, not whitewashing, but American washing, because there were a lot of black people too.
Yeah, there was a concerted effort to make the whatever order of magicians multicultural as possible. Like, okay, yeah, their origins are very, you know, Hindu, but clearly they've branched out. Like, Tilda Swinton is playing a Celt. She's like a 500-year-old Celtic wizard who's just in charge now. Like, she's just in charge now. She hasn't been in charge forever.
Well, she might have been. She is the ancient one.
She is the ancient one.
I'd say probably a couple thousand-year-old Celt.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, she made up the stories about there being other supreme sorcerers before her.
But
Well, they had evidence that there were other
the other
supreme
thing.
sorcerers.
The other thing is like. So there's 3 sanctums, one in New York, London, and Hong Kong, which are all really like young cities. There's not one. So it's like, oh, this ancient order, which has existed since the dawn of civilization, and he's got these temples in New York, which is like fuck all, like barren wasteland at the time of, you know.
Yeah, not even the
No, they moved. The portals moved, so it might have been like Rome, Constantinople.
I thought
It's
the
a
point.
building.
I thought the point they made.
Yeah, but that you can move.
They did
you can
mention-
move a shield.
I think
you
that,
know.
I thought the way they like described it to the way I
Like,
heard
3
it.
great cities, so
was-
obviously it would change as generations go on.
No, what I heard was
Yeah.
that he established the sort of magical focal points, and because they're such important magical spots, cities just naturally kind of congregated around them. So, like, the way it sounded to me, it's like they built their temples or their, like, whatever magical circle thing, and then people started building buildings, so they had to, like, you know, like, put up a building to make sure no one started digging up.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like
It is a little weird that if we assume it's, like, hundreds of thousands of years old,
there's nothing
that
in
they
India.
would travel to the New World to take
There's-
care of it.
There's like, I mean, I can understand it's like, oh, it should be like 3 different points along the world, but there's nothing in India, there's nothing in like Arabia, like, or like the Fertile Crescent, you know, the dawn
The
of
oldest
civilization.
places on Earth, basically.
I would accept like Central America, just because there's a lot of mysticism about
Egypt
Central.
would be a good one.
Yeah, Egypt, like anywhere in the Middle East, really, and India.
Yeah, because Egypt is one of the most oldest continuously inhabited areas on the planet.
Shy of the Fertile Crescent.
Yeah, like Iraq.
Like, okay, yeah, New York City turned out to be a great place to build a city, but no one bothered for centuries.
I mean, unless you go with your point, Alex,
well,
like
even
they're
London.
drawn to New York,
Well,
they're
like-
drawn to London, like.
Well, like the thing with like even London is as old as the Romans. Like the Romans built London. So, you know, what about like before them? Like thousands of years before the Romans, like the Egyptians, you know. And so I guess I just felt like
the aliens helped
it's-
them.
it's a
And all
It's-
this is really incidental anyway.
it's a so I mean this is just my criticism of like it's a
What do you want, folk?
they use Hinduism as like
a basis.
as a basis, and so but it's still very like Western interpretation of Eastern mysticism. So that's like it's like oh align your chakras and chi balancing and bullshit.
I did think it was interesting that the ancient one had a textbook that from one page had chakras, the next page had chi points, and the next page had MRIs. Like, that book had clearly been made recently.
A 600-page.
Or it's been made forever and they just kept adding to it.
It was a page, but it was.
It was a modern MRI scan.
It was a book.
Yeah, they added that to it.
A book, just take out undo the binding, redo it. Like
It was a book that was hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
Also, that
they're
library.
magicians, okay?
Yeah,
Magicians
there's
with
magic.
There's honestly a lot of hand wavy magic.
But
It's not really hand wavy. It's mostly just them just turning their hands.
It was probably the second best magic on screen. Like, only second to Warcraft, really. Like, Warcraft did it a little better.
Oh yeah, the best part of Warcraft
But it
was their
clear.
magic.
Honestly, I
animations.
think it was probably influenced by Warcraft because they had the same kind of sigil thing going on. Crud, I can't lose that.
Also like
I'll find it later, but I can't lose that.
What was it?
It's
Probably, I hope this part gets cut out.
Yeah.
it's the
Outtakes.
it's a piece to my camera.
Got it.
You got it?
I mean-
Thank you,
I
man.
mean,
I'm
could
dropping
just
things.
Get it after you're recording.
Also, those books were not secure. This is ancient forbidden knowledge.
And it's just sort of like
no
chink.
knowledge
No
in that
knowledge
place was
is-
forbidden.
Yeah.
But
The
It was
use of
just
it.
it was restrained because it was too advanced for most people.
So it is the forbidden section
yeah,
of
but
the
like
library.
what's his name? What like the bad guy?
Wang. Oh.
The bad guy can just walk in and just grab it. Or like if Doctor Strange was like.
Oh yeah, there's a
I'm gonna be
great
the bad
comedy scene where
He'll-
Doctor Strange opens little portals and then just grabs books off the shelf while the librarian's looking away and listening to Beyonce on his iPod.
No, actually, the best part in that movie for me was like, what is this? My mantra?
Yeah, they
The
handed him
Wi-Fi password.
they handed him a piece of paper with Shamadan
Shambhala.
Shambhala on it, and they're like, "What is this?" It's the Wi-Fi password.
We're not. It's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages here.
We have Wi-Fi. Internet is useful.
I don't know. That felt like a. It's like he's like, oh, I only have my watch left. Next thing you know, he's got an iPad or like
A laptop.
No, it was a Microsoft Surface.
Oh yeah, those have been showing up in movies all over the place. Like basically all the DC.
Product placement.
Yeah, Arrow, Flash, the Supergirl show.
I'm just happy that there are no very specific car brands like there were in the Avengers movie. It's like,
Ah.
oh, here's a perfect shot of an Audi logo.
Yeah.
Here's a perfect shot of a Samsung store.
That sounds more like it's the
Ferrari or
Transformers movie.
Lamborghini advertised more to.
You couldn't see the.
Here's a perfect shot of the Stan Lee cameo.
Okay, this was the
flash you
laziest Stan
saw
Lee
when he
cameo
turned
they've
it
had in
on.
a while.
barely.
I thought it like blinked up. I thought it was the. I thought it was the what is it? The shield.
Really,
or
even
whatever,
lazier
the
than the
Lambo?
Guardians of the Galaxy one?
Yeah.
Okay, the Guardians of
Well,
the Galaxy
they
one
both-
was
Like they
pretty damn
basically
lazy.
they
Lamborghini
made
has
you
a
look
bull.
at him for that one.
And Ferrari's
Yeah.
just
It's like, hey, look,
Well, Ferrari's a
it's
Porsche,
that
right?
guy.
Yeah, it's a horse, and then Porsche is like a coat of arms.
I guess sort of the
That was that was
as
an
you would
expensive
describe
ass
it,
watch,
the
so.
selling point of this movie is that when they enter the mirror universe, but sometimes outside of the mirror universe, they can basically manipulate the way things are laid
No,
out.
Two of them can. Only two.
Yeah, it's
The ancient one and the bad guy.
it's demonstrated that's a skill that other people can learn it, but it's not something most people have. But they can manipulate and bend reality, and it's very much like that scene in Inception where the girl folds the world over. And,
Again, this movie made Inception its bitch.
yeah.
And at the same time, you now know what it's like to run on the staircases at Hogwarts.
Yeah, that's kind of like so. That's basically the big selling point because they keep turning which way gravity goes, and like he slips through like so many cracks and dimensions. It's weird and really hard to keep track of in your head.
And his cape is alive.
Okay, the cape was
Is-
adorable.
It's not a lie.
It reminded me of the
it's
carpet
enchanted.
from Aladdin.
It did remind me of
It's
the carpet
yeah,
from
it is
Aladdin.
the carpet from Aladdin. But
It's like it's sort of got a
Carpet
sassy.
leveled
I almost have a.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna grab this axe on the wall. No, grab this thing. But that's an axe. That's a whatever. Grab it and use it.
I kind of have a problem with calling it magic though. They're like, oh, it's magic, and it's like, no, this is literally you're bending reality, and bending time and bending.
Look, if there's not a scientific explanation for it, it's fucking magic.
But see, that's the thing. It's like when I think magic, I think like
Fireballs.
Yeah, fireball, lightning bolt. Instead of like
Lightning bolt.
Instead of like energy whips.
I don't know. I mean,
I'd rather have an energy whip than a lightning bolt, though.
fight like your life depends on it.
They were stabbing people with mirror shards. Yeah.
What?
Mirror shards, it looked like.
Oh, I thought they were.
It looked like the same effect they were using for like the mirror universe, sort of like
I don't know.
whatever.
Crystalline.
Well, as long as just an energy stabby thing, though.
Apparently, it's more deadly than a standard energy stabby thing.
Because the bad guys need their own style in order to differentiate them.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's some like clever stuff. Like what was it? The last one. Actually, the last one we all did. Thor Into Darkness, where like they keep teleporting.
The Dark World.
In that last.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
No, Thor the Dark World.
You
Thor
mean
the
the
Dark World.
only one these two were ever a part of?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, Chris was with us for Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think Mike was.
Yeah, but this exact grouping was Thor the Dark World.
Didn't we have Christina?
No, we did not have Christina for that one. You're thinking.
Although she did get out of seeing it right as we were going into.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was.
But
so it's kind of like that. Like they keep like it's very creative use of their gimmick, and
Yeah, it was the second time this exact group has done one, and the last one I'm doing.
we'll see. Yeah, Chris is doing the hand wavy thing.
You can't rewind time.
You don't have the.
You can't keep me here.
You don't have the
Now
time
you're
stone.
Oh, and I love that.
Both of us together.
Spoiler
be-
warning.
it's gotta
He
be-
beats the bad guy by basically annoying him into submission.
Well,
Kind of, yeah.
No,
I mean, it's blackmail, but
he
No,
beats.
he brings time into an untimed world.
He beats the.
that's what's kind of astounding about it. Like it's like the whole movie, they're basically wizards punching, kicking, and throwing like energy blasts at each other, and
He makes a deal with the devil.
it sounds kind of below them, but
Although, really, the devil makes a deal with him.
yeah, the devil is like. So he takes the time stone into the dimension of the great evil,
The Infinity Stone.
the Infinity Stone.
How many are there?
I think there's
Six.
Six. We've had 5 revealed so
Oh my
far.
What
God.
are they?
We got more movies.
Loki's cube,
The
purple-
Tesseract from the Avengers,
Yeah,
the
that's the-
Aether from
that's
the
Loki.
second Thor movie,
Aether. Oh yeah, okay.
The
Aether.
purple one from
the
Guardians
of
of
the
the Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Okay.
There was the one that created Vision,
The
Oh,
Mind
now-
Stone.
the Mind Stone, and now this one.
The yellow one. Is.
Yeah,
was
the one that came
was
out of
that-
Loki's scepter.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And we've
So
got
Loki-
one left, which is probably just gonna already be a thing.
So
Like
Loki
Thanos
was,
already has it,
So
probably.
Loki was at one point in possession of 2.
I don't think he.
I don't,
Yeah,
I don't
his-
think
his
Loki
staff
knew
in
what the Tesseract was.
yeah.
No, Loki wasn't really like he
Loki
knew what the
had to have
scepter
known
could
what all of them
do.
were. But he had to have known that they were both Infinity Stones. Like, so why would he keep making the deal with the guy? Why not just take 2 of the 6 and rule the world?
Well, anyway, so he takes the time stone into this timeless void,
You should lock it so we don't.
and he sets a loop on himself, and jumps down. He's like, "I've come to make a bargain." Smash! He gets immediately killed, and then he comes right back because
Reset button.
he's in a time loop, and the evil monster is like, "Wait, didn't we just do this?" Yes,
Because
smash.
because the evil one exists in a realm beyond time. He doesn't understand this.
And he's like, "Wait, so I smash you again." And he's like, "I'm here to make a bargain." Smash! I'm here to make a bargain. Stop this! Smash! Will you stop the damn loop? Smash! No, you are my prisoner. Smash!
I don't like this.
And it's actually pretty fucking funny because you've got this unstoppable monster beyond time and space, annoyed into submission. It's like, "Oh my god, stop it! Ah!"
It's like the first episode of Freakazoid all over again. He beats the caveman by annoying him.
So
into
there's like
submission.
really good. Okay, here's one thing that definitely didn't work. Rachel McAdams' character, Christine. She's supposed to be the love interest, but here's the thing: like, it's clear that she and Doctor Strange dated, and they broke up because he's an asshole.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, okay, this is actually kind of a new thing. Like, he's not in a dating relationship with this girl. This is just an old friend, and the only person he can, like, rely on because he doesn't have friends. But then in the last scene, they have a little smoochy scene, and he goes off to save the world.
Smoochy scene.
Okay.
She kisses his cheek.
Okay, but the point is, there's supposed to be romantic tension in that scene, and I don't care for it.
Get back to the magic.
You just hate true love.
What?
I think it just shouldn't have happened at all.
I mean,
Like, would it have been controversial to just not have the character?
no, her character was important to the story. But she didn't.
Like, they didn't need the romantic thing in there. Like,
Yeah, they
maybe
didn't.
have her be, like, a doctor that looked up to him
Well, I mean,
and tried to learn from him on
they
everything.
could have been previously romantic partners. However, like
Like, I'm fine with...
I mean, for as much as I know about
I mean-
comics, Doctor Strange and his DC counterpart, Doctor Fate, I'm not familiar with those two characters, so their actual stories, I don't really know that well.
Doctor Fate's a lot different.
The thing with Doctor Strange is that Doctor Strange doesn't actually have a lot of comics to his name, like standalone stories, but he keeps showing up in other people's stories because people love the character.
Like,
They
he's
just
he
never-
is a straight B-list character.
That's the
Like,
thing, though.
Maybe even
He
C-list.
plays with the A-listers all the time.
Doctor Fate is like a guy who's like millions of years old, and his consciousness.
Is always transferred to a new host
Well,
or something like that.
It's in the helmet, and whenever someone of sufficient power puts on the helmet, then he basically takes over their body.
Wait,
and
isn't
gets
that
all-
just from Young Justice?
No, that's in Justice League as well.
But anyway, back to Marvel.
I'm really, like, lacking things to say. I'm still not sold on Benedict Cumberbatch being a great actor.
He sounded exactly like House, like Dr. House. Exactly.
yeah,
Like, I
kind
feel-
of.
He was an
I could
entitled
see that he
asshole like
used
House, too.
to get like some.
He took
Some
yeah,
inspiration.
the
yeah.
accent notes. He took the accent notes from House.
And it's not like he does a bad job. He does a fine job.
I think he's great.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
still
great.
don't think he's great. He's fine. I've never seen him do anything bad, but I still don't think I've ever seen him do anything great.
I think his worst role is the one where he plays WikiLeaks founder.
Okay, but that was a bad movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Snowden.
He's
Yeah.
not in Snowden. No. Julian Assange. The
yeah.
Fifth Estate.
We Sell Secrets. Oh yeah, The Fifth Estate.
The
We
Fifth
Sell
Estate.
Secrets was the other one. Because there were like 2 in like 1 month.
Snowden is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Let's see. Chiwetel Ejiofor plays a not necessarily wasted character, but clearly a character who didn't have anything to do in this story that they were just setting up for later stories.
I mean, he's like the friend mentor. Like so,
Frenemy.
So no, he's not the frenemy yet.
There was-
He's the
there was-
frenemy. He's the frenemy next movie.
It was really cool how they did the difference between him and Strange, how they were like polar opposites of each other.
But I don't feel like that was paid off in this movie.
They're setting it up for next.
So-
Unless you wanted this movie to be an hour longer.
Okay, no, this movie is actually a pretty zippy 2 hours.
So Benedict Wong character is he's like the guy who's like, oh, you know, I know stuff and I can understand you're learning stuff.
And I have no sense of humor.
And then he's got plenty of sense of humor. And then Chiwetel Ejiofor is like, oh, you have much to learn, and you know, I'm kind of like, I'm above you. I'm like your senpai, but I'm not your sensei. Sort of thing.
That's actually a very good
And so
metaphor.
I think he's got a good role. He's got a good role, and so
And he acts the hell out of it. Like, he doesn't have a lot to work with on the page, but he acts the hell out of it.
he's a good actor. And so he's like, I think his cut and dryness, like he's the lawful good. He's lawful good paladin who's gonna murder someone.
Yeah.
Was gonna murder someone because
Gonna choke a bitch.
They're breaking
I
the
hate
law.
lawful good characters.
And so
Says the chaotic evil.
he's chaotic, neutral. I don't know. He's just Brandon's just chaotic.
Yeah, just chaotic.
Chaotic.
Whatever the fuck I feel like, except lawful good.
So you're
You know what,
chaotic.
you don't need
Got it.
anymore.
Or it could be-
Oh, I can't reach it.
So
there we go.
so Doctor Strange is
Ooh.
chaotic good, and he's like well, he learns that you can bend the rules, and so Ejiofor is okay with killing people, but
Because that's covered in the rule book.
yeah,
He's a greater good. The end justifies the means.
Except when it comes to breaking the sacred tenets of not
but
fucking with nature.
the means don't justify the end
Yeah.
because how do you do it?
I do want to give points to this one action scene where I don't think they were quite able to pull it off, but I want to give them points for even trying it. Time is flowing backwards, but, you know, some of them are, like, experiencing time forwards anyway. and they're fighting while the destruction of the previous battle is being reversed. So they're like getting stuck in walls because they were thrown into a broken wall, and then the wall fixed itself.
That's
Like,
cool.
Seriously, my brain hurts.
like I don't think that necessarily worked from a filmmaking perspective because it was confusing as hell.
I thought it was.
But it did look cool.
It looked really cool, and it was a really cool
I've
idea.
never seen anything like that.
I've never seen anything like that before.
Like,
Like
the goal of this movie, the director came in and said, "We need to do something that hasn't been done,"
It
and
was
they did that.
the reality bending stuff, it's got a different look than the Inception stuff, but if you've seen Inception, this isn't like something completely out of the realm of your visual experience.
Well, I mean, you need,
But the reverse time fight is.
that was,
Inception on steroids on Inception.
I think you guys weren't suspending your disbelief.
yeah, not nearly as much as I
Suspending
did.
my what?
Yeah.
Okay,
What are you talking about?
in terms of
I'm
in
totally
terms
fine.
of suspending my disbelief, 1, I'm sick. 2, I'm very exhausted, and 3, I'm in a lot of pain.
I don't
Physical
see
pain.
what my complaints have to do with suspending my disbelief. I was totally on board with all
So
this
if this
stuff.
movie has a problem with that, it can suck it.
Not understanding that. I mean, I felt like it was understandable. It's kind of like
Yeah, you just let it happen.
No. I'm not talking about not understanding what was happening. I mean visually in the moment-to-moment filmmaking. It wasn't always clear like what they're being pulled up on or what they're getting stuck in. Like one lady gets trapped in a fish tank.
I mean, well,
and it's just a flash. Like if you're not paying attention, you'll completely miss it.
Oh,
it's like watching a time lapse of someone making something. You have absolutely no idea what's going on, and then you see the end result. and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, so that's. I felt like
Yeah.
that was what they were.
That is a good. I'm just saying. Like
I did see the one lady who was like
Yeah.
thrown from her car when they were reversing time. Like
Yeah.
the blood,
Wear a
the
freaking
blood
seatbelt.
on the ground flowed back into
wear
her
a
head.
seatbelt, and that doesn't happen.
like
Wear a seatbelt. Buckle up.
this is an action
Seriously,
movie.
these exist for a reason.
This
We're in
is
Parkland.
this
I'm still
is
wearing this.
this is an action movie, and I think that it's not necessarily the best action filmmaking in terms of like keeping the camera focused on what's happening in terms of choreography. It's nothing spectacular in terms of that. What is spectacular in terms of is the creativity of the set pieces and the visuals of those set pieces.
Well, and it's still a good movie. It's
Yeah,
nothing
it's
groundbreaking though.
it's a good movie, and it does some groundbreaking things. But from like a narrative perspective, this is standard Marvel. And
I mean, the Marvel movies are just all turning into the same thing for me.
that is getting a little weird.
Would
Like
you,
they keep doing.
I mean,
these,
it's a formula that works, but I mean, still,
they keep
it's,
doing these vastly different things, and they don't feel tactily that different from each other.
Would
I
you-
think it feels different.
Well,
would you recommend it though?
I would recommend it. Like this is definitely some
Well,
fun.
yeah.
I maybe would recommend waiting for this on home, just because like at home you can like stop it and be like just like take it in.
The bigger screen helps.
The colors.
The
the bigger
there's some
screen
definitely
helps.
colored. Yeah, you know maybe
You know,
do both.
That
It's-
HD big screen, that
it's-
yeah.
that helps.
it's reminiscent.
Yeah,
of,
and I dropped $55 to buy all of our tickets
It's-
before they got bought.
Well,
And,
I will pay you back.
it's reminiscent. It's reminiscent of the ending scene of 2001, where he's traveling through space.
There's some astral projection shit.
No,
There's,
I love. He's astral projecting while he's sleeping so he can study. So his body's still getting rest while he's cramming shit into his head.
I
That
guess
was funny.
I guess here's my main thing with the movie. I don't think all superhero movies have to be action movies. They all have been at this point, with the possible exception of Guardians of the Galaxy being more of a comedy than an action movie. Like, it certainly has action, but
There's more action than this.
Action comedy.
yeah, but it leaned on the comedy to keep you going rather than the action scenes. Like, the action scenes happened for the most part, but other than, like, Groot stabbing those guys in, like, a line and then slamming them around, it was all just, like,
And then
laser pew-pew.
smiling.
I really like the way they introduced characters though. They in that movie. In that
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. In Doctor Strange, it's kind of like you know who everyone is, like in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, so I guess my thing with Doctor Strange is
And no one knew.
I don't
Can appreciate
necessarily
that.
know how you would go about making this kind of movie, but I kind of wish it was more of a zen, I'm high on weed experience. This was much more everyone's on the LSD and cocaine. And I don't know how you'd go about making it, but I think it would be kind of interesting if we just spent a lot of time with Doctor Strange opening up his mind, traveling through the different dimensions, and then at the end when, like, you know, the evil villain shows up, he still does that time thing, because that time thing is brilliant. From, like, a narrative perspective, and, like, a pulling off something clever perspective, like, that's a really good idea.
Time. I thought it was a myth.
What is linear time, Dad? That's my thing. Like, I think this movie could have benefited by pulling back on the action and finding other ways to engage people with just trippy visuals. Like, those trippy visuals, they didn't have to happen with action scenes.
Actually, I think if it happened with action scenes made it just a little bit worse.
I felt
But
like
then again, I mean, that's probably just my perception.
Because the action
the
scenes
sick
necessitate,
thing
like, a
exhausting.
rapid camera.
And the constantly flashing lights and the shifting scenes.
Like, if we could have coasted through those trippy visuals rather than sped through them. You feel what I'm getting at?
No,
Yeah,
'cause if you coast through them, you don't, like, you start questioning it.
Yeah,
'Cause
if
you
you're not
see it
feeling
and you're
well,
like,
don't
how,
see this
what,
movie. It
huh?
will fuck with you.
But the questioning is a good thing. The questioning, you're supposed to, like,
Just accept
how?
it. Just accept it.
But I
Just
can't.
accept it and enjoy it.
I guess I could accept it at a slower pace. Like, I don't have to have it move that fast.
Oh, cool. The ceiling's up there. The floor's up there. The ceiling's out. Okay,
No, but
cool.
like in
Let's
like
do it.
in the
And that
Rock.
one's still green!
Hey,
in
why
the-
is this hallway 20 feet longer than it was? Cool, whatever. Like,
in the,
Why is it twisting like we're in Silent Hill?
just take it.
in the
Just-
New
yeah,
in the New
yeah.
York scene, like there were so many layers and like angles. Like I couldn't take it. It was very Escher. It was very Escher. I couldn't take it all in at the pace the movie was going.
Crazy stuff!
Like specifically the New York scene, I wanted it to slow down so I could take it all in.
that's understandable.
Like that first scene where Strange gets flung into the alternate dimension for the first time and he's just rocketing through. I'm good with that being fast because Doctor Strange is like, what the fuck is happening? So it makes sense that we as
The
the
fuck is
audience...
this?
Yeah, it makes
The
sense
fuck
that
are
we as the
those?
audience would be like, what the fuck is happening? But I don't know. Like, this is a fine movie, so like me arguing for it to be better is weird.
I mean, it's still good. It's
Yeah,
just-
no, like definitely see this. There's not a lot to talk about with this movie though, because it's a very like straightforward adventure.
Yeah.
So we got some previews, none of which I had seen before. Like I knew all these. Well, I knew most of these movies were coming.
First up was
Triple
Triple X,
X.
Return of Xander Cage.
That one looks cool.
Meeting Vin Diesel.
No, that one looks stupid but
It looks
fun.
cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here's what they need to do. Just have one scene in that movie where he like passes by a novelty stand, sees a little dancing baby Groot just off to the side, picks it up, is like, that's cute.
A Triple X film?
Yeah, because he was Groot. I think that'd be adorable.
Yeah, Vin Diesel was Groot.
I think that would be like cheesy
Yes, but
funny.
is Triple X Marvel?
No,
No.
it is
So-
not.
so
Triple
what's-
X is an independent.
Give Marvel like
property.
$1,000 to do it. They'll let you do it.
So what's the point of that?
It's
Marvel
a-
would let them do
It's
it
an
because
in
it-
joke. That's the point. Triple
Marvel
X.
would let them do it if Vin Diesel asked.
Triple X looks like dumb fun. Like
Have you ever seen the Triple X
I
movie?
saw the original Triple X. It's stupid.
Don't see State of the Union. It's worse.
Uh,
I mean, well, I liked the first one. State of the Union is...
The first one's fun in a stupid way. Like, and let's be clear, it's fun in a stupid way that's surprisingly difficult to pull off well. Like,
Welcome to the Xander Zone.
a bunch of movies have tried to be like Triple X and have failed.
I hope
Like Triple X 2.
Yeah,
With
or
Ice Cube.
like half of the Fast and Furious movies.
the Fast and the
Every
Furious.
single Fast and Furious movie was very good.
The Fast and the Furious.
Wait,
None of
what,
them
did the
failed.
Fast and Furious come out before Triple X, or was
About
it-
the same time, at least the original.
But I just hope that
I've
they-
only seen Fast 5. I
it
haven't seen
seems-
any of the others.
It seems like Fast 6 is decent. It
That's
seems
all
like
that
it seems like Triple X. I wish they seem like they're building a decent cast of sidekicks. I really wish that they have like the blue hair chick and then they have like
With
the Asian,
guns.
the Asian guy
Who makes
beats-
like a lesbian joke or
who-
something?
Yeah, and then the Asian guy who beats up all the people. I think that if they had a
I mean-
solid amount of time spent on them and not like a Sylvester Stallone movie where it's just about him, but
I mean, Vin Diesel is not so much of a star that he can demand the whole movie be about him.
Well,
but that's not the
Well, he's also kind of too nice of a guy to do that.
Yeah, that too.
Like, he is a really cool guy.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman was the next one. I hadn't seen that trailer
A
either.
DC preview in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, that was a little. It felt like cheating. Felt like I was cheating on Marvel.
We're sorry for Batman versus Superman. See this
That
one?
really did. That's really what it felt like.
I mean, I still liked Batman versus Superman, but it was a bad movie, but it was like harmless bad. It didn't. I didn't feel insulted by watching it.
You know what? I'll go with you on that. I don't feel insulted by watching it because I feel like it's too dumb to be insulting.
Well, you also haven't seen it, so.
No, that's true. But like, there's like a level of dumb that's insulting because they think you'll go along with this. But like, Batman v Superman is the other side of that coin where it's dumb, but the filmmakers thought it was awesome.
It's not Warcraft is the same way.
Yeah, Warcraft is another movie where this is going to be so awesome, and then you actually get it, and you're like, it's not.
I liked it.
That's
I liked Warcraft a lot.
That's another can of worms.
That's another kind of...
So let's talk about Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
because
Wonder Woman, it looks very grayed out for parts of it, but, you know, World War II was not a cheerful place.
It's Instagrammed.
Well, I mean, it's also basically like the exact same trailer that's been on YouTube for like 3 months.
But I make a point of not watching trailers outside of movie theaters.
Captain Kirk.
Chris Pine.
Yes, Chris Pine, the worst part of the Star Trek reboots.
And it looks like they're gonna ship a romance between Wonder Woman and Captain Kirk.
I mean, that was canon, so...
Well, I mean, he's supposed to be playing Steve Trevor, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
that was
an
canon.
actual romance for Wonder Woman.
Although, you know, it's kind of another thing where I kind of wish, like, the movie would not focus on it so we can see more of Wonder Woman beating the shit out of Nazis. I am totally down for a movie about Wonder Woman beating the shit out of Nazis. I will never get tired of movies where people beat the shit out of Nazis, because Nazis deserved it.
Yeah. And it's a woman beating the hell out of them.
That will be nice.
Also,
it's getting a little XY chromosome in the superhero genre.
Also, they're an easy target.
Logan.
The final movie, the final X-Men movie for Hugh Jackman, and supposedly Patrick Stewart.
Patrick,
They're
yeah.
getting old.
And
Yeah.
There wasn't much makeup on there.
I saw Patrick Stewart recently in this movie called Green Room, where he basically is the head of a white supremacist group. And yeah, that is weird.
You know,
he's really creepy in that movie.
After seeing how he performs in American Dad, it's not that much of a stretch to see him as a leader of a white supremacist group. He probably overplays it too.
No, he actually underplays it. He's very good in Green Room. But Logan, it looks like... You know what it gave me flashbacks to? The Last of Us, with like the grizzled bearded guy taking
Joel and
care
Ellie.
of... Yeah, there was a very Joel and Ellie vibe there.
You know what? No, yeah, I didn't notice that when we were watching the preview.
I kind of got one, and you know what? Last of Us has a good story. Not even just by video game standards, like just generally.
also,
I mean, I probably won't see Logan because I didn't see Wolverine, and I didn't watch X-Men Apocalypse. I have no intention of it.
I don't think you need to see the Wolverine
also that
before this.
I have no intention of watching X-Men Apocalypse. I just don't care.
The Johnny Cash cover of the Nine Inch Nails song.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash stole it from Trent.
You know, we've sat with Hugh Jackman through his excellent Wolverine performance for years. We're gonna see that.
I'm tired of that.
But
Maybe.
it's on him.
But Chris, you love Hugh Jackman.
I like Hugh Jackman when he's not doing the same role.
But also, he's got a daughter in that movie, or a little girl next to him. Oh yeah.
So that changes
that was-
things. Ooh. It
what's that movie?
looks like Fox is gonna really try to do something different, but it's probably Fox makes all
And
the
they're probably
X-Men
and they're still not going
and
to give.
Deadpool. Fox made Deadpool.
They're still not going to give X-Men back to Marvel.
Next one was Rogue One,
Star Wars,
which
or
I
Rogue One
hadn't
story.
seen the trailer for either.
Yeah, first time I'm seeing the trailer.
So
for Rogue
basically, the plot of this one is the setup for them stealing the plans for the Death Star and getting them to Leia. Like, this is the prequel to that. Like, how did Princess Leia get the Death Star plans? Here's how. And I kind of wanted to see more of that black robot that was hanging out with them. Like, the design,
Cyborg.
the design on that robot was neat.
Cyborg.
But
Preview.
you know what? You know. People talk about like the Marvel movie fatigues, and I'm starting to feel it. But I am really feeling the Star Wars fatigue, and there's only been one of those.
Well, one in like the past 10 years.
I'm
basically.
excited because I feel like Star Wars is going a different direction, and I like the direction I like the direction they're going with Rogue One. I really like the way they're taking it.
I mean, it's
because it's no longer about Jedi.
That's
Jedi.
true. That's true.
It's about
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons
It's about the soldiers who get shit done.
I mean, that's the reason why Republic Commandos is one of my favorite Star Wars games, because the only Jedi you see in it is a hologram of Master Yoda. That's it.
Hell, that's why I liked the Battlefront 1 and 2 games so much.
the original Battlefront.
Yeah, not the new one. I didn't play that one.
That game is so trash, but then again, EA was involved, so I respect.
So Rogue One. Hey, and you know, Rogue One is another female-led movie, so that's neat.
I'm
Yay.
gonna see Rogue One.
Pirates. What are we on? 6? Fucking
Nah,
6.
More, aren't we?
I feel like we're on
Because
6.
there was the 3 with the original.
And there was another one.
Then there was the
then there
one
were
where they
two
were
with
tracking
Depp.
down the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah, that was the second one with just Johnny Depp.
I think we're on 6.
So yeah,
Wait, so I missed one then.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense
I missed
then.
one too.
Because there was.
Oh my fucking god, I'm so tired of these. Like, I saw the first
Hey,
3.
I love seeing Johnny Depp in these movies.
We don't
Well,
know
I
what
like
he's
seeing Johnny Depp in
We
general,
don't-
but
we
he's
don't-
tired of this role.
We don't know what it's about, and it might not include Johnny
Yeah, we
Depp.
do. It's about some guy who apparently escaped from Davy Jones's locker and is looking for Jack Sparrow.
But he's looking for Jack Sparrow, but that doesn't mean that Jack Sparrow will be in the movie.
That is true.
Didn't he sign up for it?
I can't imagine they
I
would
don't
make
know.
it without him. Like, I literally can't imagine they'd make it.
I mean, they made movies without everyone else and they tanked.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, but, you know, more pirates. Fucking hell.
I think Jeffrey Rush is the only one.
Whatever.
Like, I'm
He's the
really
best.
not that
Yeah.
excited about it.
I haven't been excited for a Pirates movie since the second one,
I'll
and the
watch
second one turned out to be
I'll watch
disappointing.
it.
I'll watch it when it comes to video, but I'll definitely see Rogue One in the theater.
Well, I'm not paying for it. I'll watch it, like, maybe at a dollar theater, but I'm not
And
waiting for it to come out.
The
and
last
see
one
it.
we got was the trailer for Guardians 2, which was funny but didn't really give us a lot.
It seems like it's more of the same.
You want a hug? No, Drax. No, I don't need a hug.
Gave
No,
us
you can
what the
call
best parts of the movie were. Baby
No.
Groot and Batista being dense as hell.
Yeah.
Those were
No,
the best parts anyway.
the other thing I noticed was that the Sharky guy, the blue guy with the
Batista-
the whistling arrow guy.
Oh, okay.
The
yeah.
whistling arrow guy in the comics, he's got like a giant shark fin on his head, and in the first movie they just kind of gave him that metal thing, like that metal
orange
strip,
mohawk.
that metal strip on his head. And in this one, it looks like they gave him the red mohawk thing. So apparently they've decided, you know what, people will go see this no matter how stupid we make the characters look. Which is fine, because Baby Groot, I can't even imagine how many people are going to go see the movie based on the fact that Baby Groot's in it.
Are they gonna have Vin
Yeah,
Diesel?
exactly.
Are they gonna have Vin Diesel doing squeaky voices?
That would be fucking hilarious. Like, they record all his lines and then they just turn up the pitch. I am Groot.
Wait, what if it actually learns to talk this time around?
Ooh.
Would that ruin the character or make it better?
Ooh.
Yes, it would
That
ruin
would
it.
ruin the
It would
character.
ruin the
It would
character.
ruin it.
I am Groot.
It would ruin it.
I don't think Groot ever did.
I
Groot
am
ever learn to
Groot.
talk?
I am
like,
Groot.
at all?
No, but
He-
makes
Yes,
sense.
he said.
I mean, there's a
he
physio.
said friends. didn't
There's a
he?
physiological
Groot.
reason Groot does
Yeah,
not
Groot,
speak many
that's what it
words.
is.
Their vocal cords are made of fucking wood. They can't speak a lot of words.
Like, sound can travel through wood, but not.
But that's the thing, is that he's supposed to be the wise but not smart kind of like being.
The
like,
childlike brilliance sort of thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So
Like
that
how
would
he
be-
just sprouted 1,000 shiny dandelions.
Yeah.
When did you learn to do this? I'm pretty sure the answer is I am Groot.
I might see it if other people do, but I don't.
I'll say it.
I'm definitely
I'm
gonna
not.
see it.
I'm not.
I won't be
particularly-
here to say it.
You know what? I'm actually looking forward to what they can do with the female characters in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because, like, let's be honest, there was nothing for them in the first Guardians
Gamora.
movie. Yeah, Gamora was completely wasted.
She was
Looks
there
like
to
he's
be
gonna
eye
get
candy
slightly
for Chris
more of a
Pratt.
feature.
Well, it looks like they're bringing back her blue robotic sister.
I mean, she was a robot, so I don't see why.
To
you
either
can't-
kill or redeem her. Those are the only two outcomes for this
Yeah.
one.
I mean,
Okay,
technically,
so
you can't be
Doctor Strange is a recommend, but not like a hearty recommendation.
I would hardly.
bad. Nah, I would. Yeah, I'd.
But-
Yeah.
I'd say
Don't make it a priority, but definitely see it.
See it before it leaves theaters. It's not like there's a lot else to watch right now.
If you're interested in the Marvel franchise,
Like, what are you gonna go watch? Tyler Perry's Medea's Boo?
Trolls. You're gonna go see Trolls.
If
Justin
you've got
Timberlake.
5-year-olds, you'll go see Trolls.
Oh no, go see that new. Is it Disney or Pixar? The one with the.
Mona's coming soon.
No, that's
Yeah,
coming
but is
out
that
on
Disney or
Thanksgiving.
Pixar?
Mona's Disney.
Yeah, go see
the
Mona
day
because
before
well,
Thanksgiving.
The Rock. That's
Yeah,
really
but
the
that's
only
not
reason I
that's
went.
not out
in-
yet.
That's in 2.5 weeks.
Sing from the Blue Light guy, the Minions guys. That looks okay.
That's the animal
It's
one, right?
about
Yeah, the
it's
singing
about
animals.
singing in the car.
No, in a competition.
In the
Huh?
car. In the car.
Indica.
In the car.
Indica.
Not this car.
Bye.